The Voice Note on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
I go to schools upon schools and I speak with the students. And when I finish speaking with them, I'll say, do you have a question for me? No hand goes up. A hand is just to go up. In all my encounters in Ghanaian classrooms, we have tamed the children. We just want them to write down what we tell them. At the day of exams, they should put down what we have told them. We say you are the best student the country has ever known. That kind of education system will not transform Ghana. That kind of education system is not going to give us critical thinking individuals, especially since we are in the 21st century and education 4.0, the fourth industrial revolution. You can't memorize your way out of poverty, but you can critically think and innovate out of poverty. So Ghanaian schools, Africans will have to begin to take a serious look at what are called assertive curriculum. A curriculum that empowers the African child to ask questions and challenge the status quo respectfully within the African cultural context. But not a curriculum that tells the African child to be quiet and don't say anything when the adult is speaking.
Good morning, Lagos. Welcome to Power Solutions on Nigeria Info. My name is Jadisola Rawa, and I'm sure you're all like, who's this person? Well, I'm the new host of the show, and the show is sponsored by Olon. And what we do on Power Solutions is we talk about the renewable energy space in Nigeria. We talk about what's happening, what's current. We talk to players in the field. And then, of course, we definitely want to hear from you, the people listening at home. And we definitely want to hear from you that use renewable energy. So that's solar and all of the likes. And yes, so that's it. I've been on the show before. I've hosted it before, but it's a long time ago. So it's kind of like my first time here today. So Lagos, please be kind and gentle with me as we go through the show. And we have a very exciting show for you this morning. The show, our guest this morning is a lady. And, it just fills me with so much joy when we talk to ladies because, energy is typically a space where you find men, right? So when we have ladies doing great things is really exciting for me. So I guess this morning I'm going to introduce her real quick. Her name is Priska Ezuzu. She's the CEO of Enterprise Paygo Solutions Limited. And yes, I wanted to tell you a little bit about what they do, but I think I'm going to let Priska do that. Priska is not with us in the studio. She's joining us live from Port Harcourt. Priska, you want to say hello to Lagos and Nigeria?
Hi, good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Nigeria. Good to have you this morning.
Thank you very much, Priska. So I'm very excited about, today we're discussing energy as a service. Even I don't know what that is in detail. So I'm very excited about the fact that we're going to be able to find out a bit more about that from Priska. Priska's business is domiciled in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. And what they do is they provide small businesses and small businesses and residences with the ability to meet their energy needs. So I'm excited about that, and we're going to get right into the conversation this morning. So Priska, tell us a little. In fact, okay, before I was going to be like, let's talk about Enterprise and and all of that. But I think I'm curious about how you got in renewable energy space in the first place. So tell us about that. What's the motivation?
Oh, it's actually born out of need. I actually majored in economics, and when I got out of school after my first degree, there was at a point when there was an energy crisis in the nation, and there was a real need for me to get some sort of cooling fan. So that was how I ventured into renewable energy, and I tell you, it has been a very, very fulfilling venture into that space after my first major. And after that, I also took courses in the renewable energy space to, enhance my proficiency in the industry. And it has been a very worthwhile venture.
Oh, interesting. So I think, so first, before I ask the next question, what year did you get into the space?
Okay, I've been in the space for over 14 years. I'm going to my 15th year. I started basically as a trader. I buy and I sell inverter and solar systems to people. I get product, I put a price and then I sell to make one or two profit at the end of the day. So that journey has been like 15 years in the trade space. But in the impact space, where you want to look beyond just how much you make at the end of the day, selling inverters, solar batteries, it's roughly about 3 years now.
Oh, awesome. And so just to give you a little background, All On, we're an impact investment firm. We're funded by Shell, and what we do is we invest in companies that are in the renewable energy space in Nigeria, operating within Nigeria. Our main goal is to make sure that communities that are underserved and unserved within Nigeria, especially within the Niger Delta area, are able to access energy. That's really at the crux of what we do. And so it definitely speaks to what Priska has just mentioned as well, in terms of like wanting to do this for impact purposes. So now tell us a little bit about Enerplus and what you guys do at Enerplus. How is Enerplus different from what you used to do when you were trading in the space?
Okay, so what sets Enerplus Paygo apart from what we've been doing is, initially, like I tried to explain to you, what I was doing is buy and sell. When you buy and sell, you look at the profits and how to remain in the business. But beyond that, there are people who have real need for these energy solutions that we offer, and they are not able to buy it. And give them the next 5-10 years, they won't be able to save money enough to buy it. So we had people then who come into our office or our shop and ask us, I want to buy inverter for my shop. How much is it? You make a quote, you do analysis, describe to them how this thing works, and they are fascinated about it. But once it comes to the bottom line, this is how much it will cost, it becomes a challenge. So that was what made us thinking, what can we do for this kind of people, small businesses, low-income individuals that will find it really difficult to have this solution. They can't save up for it. So that was why we ventured into providing them energy as a service. So yeah, exactly. So what we do is just render them the service that they need, not beyond what they need, and then they will be able to pay for that. That way it becomes easier for them to manage. They don't have to save to wait to buy an inverter. So they manage whatever they can in their little space, in their comfort zone, and they pay for that. And that's the kind of service we offer in Enerplus Paygo Solutions. So tailoring our solutions to match the need of each and every individual, because our individual needs are different for power. We may live in the same kind of house, but our power need may be different. So what is that need? What appliance do you have? We tailor our solutions to match that exactly for you.
In fact, that's so interesting, because I was just literally going to say, for the average person listening, like we're using words like, energy as a service, things are flying around. So give me an idea of what a typical small business that is your client. Give me an idea of what their energy need could be. So just, any of your clients, just give us an idea so that we're able to relate it to the day-to-day, everyday life of Nigerians.
Okay. I will give you a case in point. I have these clients who, what they do is just their bread selling. Okay. You would want to imagine how long will it take this lady to be able to save up money to buy an inverter? The current cost of things plus exchange rates. So what she has basically is just, all her need is to be able to light up her shop and then have one socket for charging phones. Okay. Before you would design an inverter for that, if you're going to say a buy-off system, you will have a very big inverter that may not really serve her need. So what we do is, for those kind of people, we have what we call the shared economy. So we design, okay, you need this one, your neighbor need this, your neighbor need, then we are able to design a system for them, put them together, and then they are able to pay for just that, her light and her charging point that she need. So it makes it easier for them to be able to bring out, say, 450 naira, for instance, to pay for power, instead of waiting for the day when I'll have 300,000 to buy inverter, battery, and solar. So that makes it easier for people to adopt.
Absolutely fantastic. And I think, at the end of the day, this is what it is. People need energy. And it's not just having energy for energy's sake, right? It's having energy for productive use and being able to, so by renting, or coming on board as your customer, she's able to run her business. She's able to make money. And then she's able to probably cater for her children, education, all of that. Sounds really good. Thank you. So now let's talk about Nigeria in general. Let's move a little bit away from you and talk about Nigeria in general. So we will talk about, there's statistics that fly everywhere all the time. But on average, it's about 90 million Nigerians right now don't have access to electricity. That's what we know. Now, in light of this situation, what do you think? Because, this power problem has been on for so long. what do you think we need to be doing differently in Nigeria? Like, just, share your thoughts. What should we be doing? What should the government be doing? How do we make this work?
There is really a lot we can do in this space to make a difference. But just allow me to sum them up in three distinct terms. First of all, we should invest in the space. Because this is a very capital intensive space where if you want to really deliver energy for impact purposes for people who really need this thing, it is not something one person can be able to wake up and then put hand in his pocket and be able to provide this solution. So you need investment in this space, collaborations with people. That's one of the fantastic things that Olon is doing, trying to make sure that a lot of people get access to power, helping people who have the ability to deliver these solutions to be able to deliver these solutions. We also need education. Some people don't even know that they have solar solutions that can be able to solve their problems for them. So people need to be educated, they need to be oriented that with this and this and this, you can be able to solve your problem without having the noisy generator maintenance bill, and still it is epileptic, it's not constant. That one also is a very important thing, to invest in this space and also to create incentives for people to come into this space. Because this is a problem, it's like a chronic problem for us. So the more people we have in this space, if there are incentives to attract them to come, make investment in this space, that will also help this energy transition that we are talking about.
Absolutely fantastic. So before I go on to continue chatting with Priska, I'm just going to let you know that the phone lines are open, and the phone line is the number is 0700 993 993 993. So I'm going to take that again. Sorry, I'm not an OAP, so I will take that again slowly. 0700 993 993 993. And you can also reach us on the alternate line, which is 01 465 190. And if WhatsApp is your choice, then you can reach us on WhatsApp on 0809 597 5805. So please send in your questions, any suggestions you might have, anything that is of interest to you on the topic that we're discussing. Please send in your questions and we'll be happy to take them. So moving on, Priska, so you talked about investment, and that brings me to my next question. Olon is, like I mentioned earlier, we're an impact investment firm, and what we do predominantly is we look for indigenous companies such as yourselves, and we invest in companies like you so that you can bridge the access to energy gap. So recently, drum roll for this please, recently Priska's company got a $200,000 rather investment in their company from Olon. So tell us about this and what the funding will be used for.
Thank you. So that funding actually is going to help to buy equipment, because like I said, this is an energy intensive capital intensive space. So it is something that you need partnership to be able to do it and do it very well. So first off, that investment that came in from Olon is going to be used to buy equipment that will be used to deliver these energy services.
Fantastic.
Because say single-handedly on one's own, it may be a challenge to be able to reach as much people. So if we are to scale, and our aim is to be able to give as many people as possible access to power, because it's a problem for productivity, for livelihood. We need partners, and that is why we are very grateful for the partnership we're able to strike with Olon, and moving forward, using those to first of all get equipment, and then we're also going to do some sort of orientation for people to know that this kind of solution is available.
Awesome.
Yes, and also be able to deliver them.
Oh, okay. I was going to stop you for a minute because I think the phone lines were buzzing, but I think we've lost the calls now. So okay. So when you say that this investment is going to go towards getting equipment, what kind of equipment do you use on your back end that then speaks to your line of business?
There is a whole lot, from our IT, then to the hardwares, the inverter, the battery, the solar panels that are used, then the IoTs, that is the internet technology that we use to be able to manage the systems to rotate when they come on and when they go off. Then we also invest in manpower also that we use in installing these systems and all that. So equipment. Yeah.
Priska, let me please hold that thought. I think we have a call.
Okay.
There's a caller on the line. Oh, we've lost that caller. I'm going to just go through the phone numbers again. So please, if you're trying to reach us, it's 0700 993 993 993. And the alternate line to use is 01465 190. And if you're trying to reach us on WhatsApp, it's 0809 597 5805.
Yeah, I think you have a message. Someone saying something to you.
Okay, I think we have him. Okay. Oh, okay. So Priska, someone sent a message already on the WhatsApp line. I would like to do business with your guest. We are into the same business. Awesome. So I'm sure Priska is going to give us her details, how she can be reached at the end of the show. So please, the person that sent in that question, please just hold on and keep listening. And Priska is going to give us. And then we have another call on the line. Good morning. Oh, we've lost that call again. Okay, please keep trying to reach us. We're very interested in hearing your thoughts on the topic at hand. So please, to the person that sent a message on WhatsApp, we are going to get, Priska is going to give her details. She'll share her details later at the end of the show. So, and I think we have another message or a question rather. It says, good morning. Please, as a woman that has a provision store without generator, how can your company be of help to me? Vicky, this is from Vicky from Bagada. So I know Priska is in the south. Do you have any operations in Lagos at all?
Yes, we are looking at expansions into Lagos. In fact, there are a number of talks that we have kicked off in that direction, although majorly we are in the south. So if the person drops his or her contact details, we should be able to get across to him or her and then see how we can take it from there.
Awesome. Okay, and then we had another call and that's dropped again. Okay, so let's continue talking and hopefully more people can reach us. So we just talked about you being operational in the south, and that's in Port Harcourt to be precise. How would you describe solar adoption in that area, and how will this? How they all? Oh, okay. Hold on. Before you answer that question, there's a call on the line.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, sir. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm fine. My name is Timothy Ahamere.
Welcome, Timothy.
Yes, I'm calling from Lekki Expressway.
Okay.
Yes, I'm also an engineer into solar energy.
Okay.
We install, we design as well.
Okay.
So with your guest, I so much appreciate her work, and I'll be looking forward to see people who can work it.
We lost that call, but I think that was a commendation for you. So if you can call back, please call us back and let us see how we can link you up with Priska. But please keep listening. Priska will share details at the end of the call, at the end of the show rather. So how is it? Okay, we have another call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I'm honestly enjoying listening to Priska on this solar issue. I'm spending an average of 2,000, to run a generator in a day. If you buy fuel of 2,000 naira, it can't even take you for a day.
Yeah.
You understand? So that one she was explaining, like the bread seller,
We lost that call, but I think, based on what he said already, I think he's interested in how the solutions that you're providing in the south can, can benefit them. So, you were talking about expanding into Lagos. How soon do you think that is going to happen?
Okay, so like I said, we already start talks with a few persons in a few market clusters in Lagos environs. So we are, as soon as we are able to wrap up that conversation, then we have already started doing something in Lagos.
Awesome. Okay, okay, we have another call. Let's see if it's one of the dropped calls. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, sir. Your name, please.
Yeah, my name is Igwe Victor.
Welcome, Mr. Igwe.
Yeah. My question is, I live in Lagos actually. If somebody wants to opt for energy solution that you want to do something around 200 watts of electricity. Like how many panels and how many batteries will somebody have to be thinking about, and what could be the cost of generating something around 200 watts of electricity? That's my question.
Thank you very much, Igwe. I'm going to let Priska answer that. She's our expert here. Priska, over to you.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't hear him quite clearly.
So he said if somebody's looking to generate about 200 watts of electricity, so he's looking to see how many panels that would be and what kind of like investment is he going to have to put in, just a rough idea.
Okay, if he's looking at a buy-off for a 200 watts, there are standalone 200 watts panels that can be integrated with a 12 amp hour battery, and then a very small inverter system, maybe like a 500 watt inverter system to generate that power. So he may be looking at a budget of around 200,000 to be able to deploy that, if he's to do it and do it very well, because there's a lot of substandard products in the market, which I would not recommend, because sometimes you buy those products and then they fail. But if he's to do that kind of setup with a good grade panel, good batteries, you should be looking at budgeting at around the 200,000 naira. But if he's looking at going on the energy as a service system, like the rental model that we are offering, then he can be looking at, if his total daily energy need is around 200, then he can be looking at a package where he'll be spending around 650 naira daily for his energy need.
Oh, awesome. So now I have a question off of what you're saying. So how does this work? At the end of the day, is there an opportunity for the person to purchase, like, when they've used your service, is there an opportunity for them to purchase at the end of the day? How does that work?
Yes, if people want to purchase, because most people who are skeptical, they just want to test it, and then once they're happy with it, they say, okay, this is something that I need not just in my shop, I also need it in my house, and they want to buy off probably for their shop and their house. We have that option also open. So, but that is subject to discussion between we and the client. We get into an agreement, and then we can be able to sign off a buy-off contract with the client. So yes, we are open to that options also.
Awesome. Okay, I think we have a caller on the line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I called earlier. Timothy is my name. So
thank you, Timothy. Thank you for calling back. Yes.
Yeah, just what Mr. Igwe said. You can just on what your guest said. You can also carry out power auditing, which we also do before do any installation. Because if you don't do it, you can't actually get the power needed to work around what you wanted to achieve.
Absolutely. So, thank you.
Yes. So that's why I say at the end of the day, please, you should leave
details. Yes, she was going to share details. Yes, so that you can reach out. Yes. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Another caller on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Your name, please, and where you're calling from.
I'm Mrs. Oboli, calling from Ikorodu.
Morning, Mrs. Oboli.
I want to say kudos to your guest in the studio.
Thank you.
But I have a question for her, please.
Yes, ma'am.
After installation, should anything go wrong, how many year warranty do we have after installation?
That's a great question. Thank you very much. Over to you, Priska.
Sorry, I didn't hear her clearly.
So she's saying after installation, how many years warranty does the client have? How's the client comforted that the product is good and optimal?
Okay, so that's another beauty of what we are offering. Because we are offering you a service, it is not your problem as to whether the system is maintained or not. It becomes our headache to make sure that system is maintained and working. Because if the system is not working, you will not be very comfortable to pay for the service.
Absolutely.
So it is our responsibility to make sure it is working. We have scheduled routine maintenance timelines for each of our systems that we deploy. So we follow that timeline to maintain the system and relieve the client of the headache of, okay, I need to do this on the system, I need to do that. No, we bear that burden. All you need to do, pay your subscription and then enjoy the power.
Fantastic. We have another caller on the line. Good morning. The calls are coming in fast and furious. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, I think we've lost the caller. But we also have messages coming in as well on the WhatsApp. I think we have a message here. Okay, there's another message. 1 second. Hello, please, can your client extend the shared solar to premises, not just businesses and shops, so that we can share with our neighbors? Femi in Lagos. So I think he's asking about, so do you also cater to residential areas as well, and not just businesses and shops?
Definitely, we cater to residences as long as it's a cluster, a community of people. Like he said, it's in a shared environment.
Right.
Yes, all we need to do is assess and see what their energy requirement is. Then we can tailor a solution that fits their energy demand.
Priska, I think you need to hurry up with this. You're coming to Lagos because there's so many people that are obviously interested in your service in Lagos. And you can tell from the way we are having the calls coming like really fast and furious as well. So we have only about 4 or 5 minutes left on the show. So before we go, I have another question for you. We know that you've grown like tremendously in the past 2 years, and you've recorded over 330% revenue increase. That is fantastic for any business. So how are you able to achieve this? And was that achieved only within the South region where you currently operate?
Yes, majorly in the South. Like I've gotten these questions one time too many, and I tell people, power is a major need.
Yeah.
Funds are scarce.
Yeah.
People don't have the ability to buy one-off systems as much as they would desire to. So this solution just fits their pockets.
Yeah.
And each time you table this solution to maybe an individual or a shop or a marketplace, there is hardly any place that turns it down. And that is what made us grow. So we sat down and thought, what do people need in the energy space? What solution can we offer them that is pocket friendly? And then they can be able to key into it. So when we thought out this solution and we deployed it, it was solving problems, and that was how we were able to grow, getting people more and more into our ecosystem.
Fantastic. Okay, so we have I think about 2 or 3 calls. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Yeah, so you have to be really quick. We're coming to the end of the show.
Yeah, I guess Miss Priska.
Yes, sir.
Okay, like the question Mr. Igwe Victor asked.
Yes.
And Mrs. Obori. Like, yes, I'm not clear. Like, how long duration, how long warranty will this thing last if somebody install it? And also, I'm not clear with what you said in the residential area. Is it a combination? I don't know. I don't understand that thing clear.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, so Priska, in just like in like 1 minute, can you quickly just explain what you mean by the residential again, and also what the warranty is in quote for the business for the people that subscribe to your service?
Okay, what we mean by residential is maybe people's household, not really business setup, where people live. Let me put it that way: your house, where you live before you wake up and go to work. That's a residential space.
Okay.
Then for the warranty, like I mentioned, if people are doing a buy of systems, the system for the batteries, they come with 18 months warranty. For the inverter, you have 40 years life to 50 years life on them. Then the inverter, the same thing, they come with over 12 months of warranty if you're doing a buy of system.
Yeah.
But if you're on the subscription model, what you pay for is for the service, not for the hardware.
And
so
that's on you.
Something goes wrong, exactly.
It's on you.
The company.
Awesome.
And then you continue to enjoy your power.
So we've literally come like to the end. I can't even believe how quickly the time went by. Thank you so much, Priska. But before we go, I think this is really important. People really want details. So can you share details of how they can reach out to you and your business very quickly before we wrap up?
Okay, so we are on our website, www.enaplaspaygo together, enaplaspaygo.com. That's our website. We have a live chat on that website. Then if you want to reach us via mobile, you can call 090-8253-3912. I take that again, 090-8253-3912. We are also available on Facebook and on LinkedIn, Enaplas_Paygo on both handles. So you can reach us on any of those social media pages.
Priska, it's been fantastic talking to you. I'm excited you were my first guest. And Lagos, this is me, Jade, saying thank you very much for listening. This was like a fantastic way to bring me into the show. We had so many calls. Thank you, Lagos, for listening. And until we come back to you next Monday on Power Solutions, this is Jade saying thank you very much for listening and have a wonderful day.